One of the main things that bother me is my hands, particularly the right hand. The left hand I have almost all of my mobility, but on the right hand I only have this mobility. Now I can lift my fingers up if needed, but when I let go they just drop. I just don't have the ability to lift them. In fact, what happened is when I try to lift them, I move them sideways because the tendons, rather than going on the top of the bone, they go on the right side, and therefore I have this deformity. Now, the worst thing about this, of course, is it's painful. And the interesting thing is that every day I'm facing a dilemma. And the dilemma is, do I work or not work? It turns out that if I work just a little bit, I don't have pain. But if I work a bit more, I start getting pain. And if I work even more, I have much more pain. But I don't know immediately when I need to stop. Now, the last few days, for example, I've had a lot of pain, which hot water actually helps a lot with, or at least some. Oh, this is good. Now, the dilemma is basically, what do I do? Do I get the short-term gratification of getting to do something that I need to be doing, answer some emails, finish some tasks, answering some of my students about questions they have, or do I take a cost? Do I basically delay those things, knowing that in the future I'll have to work much harder to catch up with all of those things, but I might not have the same amount of pain? Well, my experience tells me that like many people, what I do is I succumb to temptation. Every day I end up working just a little bit too much, and as a consequence I have too much pain. The question, like many other self-control mechanisms, is how can I force myself to take better care? How can I force myself not to answer email? How can I force myself not to use my hands? I haven't come up with a good method, but it looks to me that maybe taking the computer away from my house and not having access to it might be the right approach. Anyway, I'm going to try. For the next 2 days, no email whatsoever. Bye-bye.